wholeheartedly that Jay Prince's whole mission is to somehow, some way, in a slick snake way, is to set it up so Larry Hoover cannot get out of prison.
Oh, hell no.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Hell no.
Why would Jay Prince, in the name of Larry Hoover, go to social media and insinuate in any way that it's on? It could be smoke. Why would he sit his son, Larry Hoover Jr., on the side of him, even when he's having these type of discussions? He should have said, in the name of rap-a-lot, and put by any and all means, you protect that man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. People didn't see what was going on.
It's more to that. It's more to that.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about the 90s. I didn't even think about that. Putting them
No,
on
it's more
covers.
to that interview. That's all y'all had.
Was that the end of that clip?
Yeah, that was just a short clip you sent me.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
let's
more to
see.
that because I went to say talk about what Kanye did to help Freem versus what this dude doing. Because I'm telling you, once war is on, the first shot fired, the first body that dropped, when he stepped in front of them people to try to come home, they gonna say, this is going on actually right now in 2022 in the name of Larry Hoover. So this what you screaming, Jay Prince? You trying to keep him up in there. You fucking with a wartime nigga, and it's gonna be on. So soon as it started to happen and the tabloids start to social media release, Whack 100 and Jay Prince, rumble in the whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, 3 stab, 2 shot. This happened, that happened. And you screaming Larry Hoover. Nigga, you know what you was doing. Cause he know when Larry Hoover get out, nobody wanna talk to him no more. They wanna talk to Larry about Larry. You got to watch it, my nigga.
Yeah,
Trickery and
TJ.
deceit.
I
Trickery
just
and
sent you the
deceit
full
is a
one.
motherfucker. Real
Nah, real
talk.
shit. Yeah, I just sent you the full one. The full one is 3 minutes. Yeah, nah, it's fucked up, but I'm happy that Larry Hoover has finally wrote a letter and stated something, because we all Whack, we've been kind of waiting for him to say something. We like, damn, all this is going on. Is he gonna communicate anything? Like, hey man, I don't stand for none of that shit going on out there about that. Like, I
Well,
don't, I
he's
ain't.
not really able to, due to his security,
You can
status.
always
He
get a
can't
kite
really
out.
talk to nobody. Well,
He
I
got
ain't
that letter
heard.
to his attorney. Got
Yeah,
that
that
letter
was
to
that
his
was
That's
sent
attorney
to the
for
motherfucker.
sure.
judge.
So you know what that means? That let me know that people have communicated to Larry Hoover and told him, hey man, Jay Prince out there doing a whole bunch of shit, and he's saying this in the name of you and the organization. So, you know,
He been
Larry
the
Hoover.
only one hollering anything with Larry name on some bullshit. You don't even hear the youngsters in Chicago hollering, we did this for Larry. They don't even say, they don't do that.
No, they don't.
They don't do that.
Mm-mm.
Them niggas enemy name that they didn't put in the blunt. That's what they gonna holler. That's it.
For real. They ain't even hollering his name. TJ, you got that ready?
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm ready to play it right
All right,
now.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I really think and believe wholeheartedly that Jay Prince's whole mission is to somehow, some way, in a slick snake way, is to set it up so Larry Hoover cannot get out of prison.
Oh, hell no.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
Hell no.
Why would Jay Prince, in the name of Larry Hoover, go to social media and insinuate in any way that it's on? It could be smoke. Why would he sit his son, Larry Hoover Jr., on the side of him, even when he's having these type of discussions? He should have said, in the name of rap-a-lot, and by any and all means, you protect that man's name. You keep anything that has anything to do with violence, a threat, or an act of any of these things that they have used against him for 49 years, you keep that away from his name at all costs.
Well, I get what you're saying. I don't think that's intentionally done, though.
Whether it's intentionally or not, bro.
I just think it's out of frustration.
I think it's y'all
There
two.
y'all go.
Yeah,
It's
I think it's y'all two,
bullshit,
Wack.
though. The movement for Larry Hoover is so much bigger than the two individuals that are clashing. And like you said, man, okay, I'm going to give you that, what you're saying, okay? So even knowing that, right, that's even more the reason why two grown men, bro, should be able to sit down and say, look, man,
let's work this out.
We got on some ego stuff with each other. I said something about you, you said something about me, or vice versa, whoever did whatever first, right? We ain't kids, right? And this man's thing is at stake. Man, let's try to get this thing together and shut out the bull crap, man.
I got a question. Are you willing, if the situation presented itself, to sit down with over a phone call or with this man and try to work this out?
Oh, man, blood got to get out.
There we go.
Call me a rat.
Now,
There we go.
Okay,
Hold up.
We got
There we go, Wack.
Hold up.
There we go, Wack. There we go, Wack.
See, that's the ego bullshit.
How's
though,
that
bro.
ego?
When you doing other business deals, you might be doing a deal with Atlantic Records or whoever, right? The deal don't go right. You gonna tell him you gonna beat the man ass? No, you just gonna renegotiate the shit. Your lawyer gonna go to his lawyer. Why when we black people, we gotta start going to the bullshit, bro? Like that ain't nothing.
Said I'm a frauder, a thief, and I'm trying to monetize. He's being unreasonable.
Well, if he was being reasonable, and you guys could come to it with, don't you think that'd be a better thing, bro, than somebody ended up getting hurt? You understand? Because it's possible on both sides.
For sure.
Right? Everybody can bleed. Everybody. So why take two businessmen, bro, that mean something to people and mean something to families, and over ego, it got to end this way versus...
Who got the ego? I don't have the ego.
Well, you do. When you say the man got to fight you and all that, I get what you saying, street shit, but now you mixing street and business again.
Call me a rat.
But you mixing street and business again.
Look, they thought they was gonna throw Wack through the loop. They thought they was gonna twist it up. Oh, well, y'all tripping, man. Like, nah. Wack said, nah, that shit don't matter. They like, well, maybe he did it unintentionally. But
Don't matter.
It
His
don't matter.
obligation as a leader to lead.
Wow.
Very much so, I mean, let's let the record reflect correctly. If you go back to the audio of how this whole thing even kicked off, you didn't even disrespect Jay Prince. You just talked about what the issue was with the tapes, and y'all couldn't agree. That was it. You never called him out his name. You never, you know what I'm saying, said all that bullshit he ended up coming back with. So he initiated aggression.
That's my whole point. He know what they accusing Larry of, orchestrating and this and continue this shit, all this shit, violence on the street. How you gonna sit there, nigga, in his name and talking about what you talking about? You can't, nigga, put that in the name of Rap a Lot, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here happy as hell because I had a knot in my stomach, and that's another reason why I've been sitting here with you, Wack, because I knew that your position was correct. You know, you didn't start nothing. At the end of the day, Jay Prince had no right to disrespect you as a man.
And I never disrespected Larry.
Never. And I got a lot of flack about it, but I knew I was right. And I knew as a man you had the right to say what you did about Jay Prince, and you left Larry out of it. So, my salute to you and much respect.
Hey, John, you got a little shaky on us, so you got a little shaky on us, though, but you know what I mean? Just good here.
Well, I mean, because I'm a stand. Larry was my concern. Larry was always my concern. That was my only concern, not Jay Prince. And let the record reflect the people from Chicago. Jay Prince ain't from Chicago. He ain't from Inglewood. He ain't calling nothing in the city. So, what you know what I'm saying? I don't even understand why motherfuckers so loyal to that. And really, what you say, the boogeyman stories? I don't know shit about it with no boogeyman shit. It got a fucking thing to do with the land I'm talking about. So, yeah.
That's real shit. Yeah, that's real shit.
Who good me?
Who was that?
Paula, whatever.
Boo Paula.
Maybe they did it on accident. You know how it go.
Maybe two people were trying to mod you at the same time. That's the way it can
Maybe two
happen.
people was trying to do it on accident at the same time.
Oh shit, y'all.
Here it go.
Hey, yeah, no, but I hope this will give the old man some wiggle room, man, to be able to, they said the judge had it open where he's able to now go up, run it again and try to get out, man. I think he, like I said, man, it's child molesters who done got out before him, and I
You
think we
know
can all
what, bro?
agree we don't want
What
none of
is
them nasty
maybe
motherfuckers.
King John can help us. We know he got 6 life sentences, but just like we know, dude on Nipsey trial, he got 1 count of murder, 2 counts of a firearm, and I think 2 counts of attempted murder. What was Larry's like? What's the charges that got him the 6 L's? Because
Well,
I'm
well,
hearing
Didn't they
it's
I'm
file a
drug.
hearing he didn't
prison?
pick him up until he was in jail doing time off of something he had a date for. I heard that
All right, so
that
what happened? He was doing that murder sentence in the state, right? Up until the 90s, that 200-year sentence, which he was eligible for parole long before they re-indicted him, right? He kept getting denied. But around the time they was making a push for his parole out the state, and the feds came and indicted him on all the drug charges, right? Which was like conspiracies and shit like that, crack. So now since then, with the the First Step Act, and I think it started with the Second Chance Act, which Obama signed. That's when they tried to reduce the penalties for like crack laws and things like that, which affected the black community in general. So that's one thing that already makes him eligible for a reduction, because they sentenced him under the old crack laws, where like for 5 grams of crack, it was the same sentence as let's say 500 grams of powder. You familiar with that, right? Wack?
yeah, that's Joe Biden that
Yeah.
put that in there. That was the whole Joe Biden movement.
So, so
Uh,
uh, now uh, this new act is just a progression of the changes that they've been making with sentencing. This gives them an opportunity, a judge, the discretion to do whatever they want to do, instead of it being a mandatory minimum, or when the feds, where a judge's hands is tied in a case. Their hands are no longer tied. And I'm talking about on a federal level. So the judge can literally say, all right, I'm going to sentence you to 1 life sentence, credit you for, and reduce that to, 30 years, and credit you for time served. You go home, I'll give you 5 years of probation. He can literally do whatever you want to do. And then obviously the next move, even if the judge did leave him with more time to do, the president could just pardon him or adjust his sentence. Now you got to still step back into the state on that 200 years. But his co-defendants already been freed on the case, right? That that sentence obviously was if you compare that sentence to anybody in 1973 charged with the same crime, nobody was getting 200 years for that, for what they gave him 200 years for. So they gave him that 200 years. It was a political thing. So he obviously can get some relief on that. And that's the thing where people get stuck on, is like, he got all this time. How is he going to get rid of it? There's a lot of issues that he can get relief on. But it's it's a two-step process, like a lot of people have pointed out. First, you got to get out the feds. Then you got to go to Illinois and get them to correct that sentence. Because he should have been out on that sentence. That should have been dead and done.
So if y'all notice, when he got sentenced to life, it was in '98. What's special about that year '98? Can anyone tell me? In the midst of everything that's been going on with him and us in Clubhouse,
Them
what
tapes,
happened in '98?
that woman
The
recording.
tapes, the recording. The year he got sentenced is the year she got that footage. So now it's starting to make more sense of why that footage even exists. You know, she caught it right when it was going on.
Right
So she
before
got
he
his
went.
thoughts. Hell yeah, she got his thought. Well, he was already in there. She remember she went to the prison
Oh, she went to the
to
Fed
get
prison,
his.
or was it the?
She went to the Fed prison and got it.
No, he was still in the state prison.
That's
Oh, that was
No,
a
even
she
state
went to
prison
a
interview.
lot
no, it was
easier.
MCC
Oh,
downtown at the
okay.
hold where you hold federal. He was still fighting his charges. Wasn't sentenced yet, but he was in the feds at MCC.
Oh, so she got the footage before he got sentenced to
It's a
life in
lot
'98.
easier then.
Correct.
Yeah,
Am I correct? She
They
got the
hadn't
footage
moved him
before
to
he got sentenced.
they hadn't moved him to Colorado yet. He was downtown downtown Chicago.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, she got him at a pretty rough moment of his life. Um, so yeah, I think that's when I heard '98, that stood out to me. I said, oh shit, the footage is '98. He got sentenced to life in '98. I just start putting the shit together like, oh shit, well, you know, them is